Welcome to another key session on large language models, LLMs, and related technologies. These videos are designed to sharpen your knowledge and prepare you for interviews in today's competitive job market. Each video includes a free self-evaluation quiz, and for our interns, we provide exclusive Anki flashcards to help you master and retain these concepts effectively. Let's get started. Wishing you the very best in your learning journey.
All right, let's talk about one of the biggest puzzles in AI right now. How do we get these brilliant AI models to safely and reliably connect to the outside world? To all the data and tools they need to be truly useful. For a long time, it's been an absolute mess. But a really elegant new solution is starting to change everything. And to see why it's such a big deal, you first have to ask,
So let's get right to it. Why has this been such a headache for so long? I mean, think about it. An AI model by itself is kind of like a brain in a jar. It's incredibly powerful, but it can't really do anything until it connects to the world. It needs to grab data, use other software, you name it. But building those bridges, that has been a huge, messy problem.
and that brings us to what I like to call the AI connection chaos. Before this new protocol came along, the entire landscape was just a tangled mess of custom solutions. It was a total nightmare for anyone trying to build things. So in the bad old days, every single connection was a custom job. You want AI platform A to talk to tool A, you've got to build a special, one-of-a-kind integration just for them. Now imagine you have dozens of platforms and hundreds, or even thousands of tools. It was an endless cycle of building the same thing over and over again, just slightly differently. So inefficient, and this custom approach created some serious problems. The whole process was completely fragmented and messy. But the bigger issue, honestly, was security. With no consistent rules, every single connection was its own little security puzzle. There was no predictable way to manage who got to see what data. It was organized chaos at best.
So, looking at this complete mess, the entire industry basically took a step back and asked a really simple but really powerful question. What if there was a better way? What if we didn't have to rebuild the bridge from scratch every single time?
And that question leads us directly to the solution. Let's talk about this idea of a universal adapter for AI. A single, clean, elegant answer to all of that connection chaos we were just talking about.
And here it is. It's called the Model Context Protocol, or MCP for short. At its heart, MCP is just an open standard, a set of rules that anyone can use. And its whole job is to create a secure, two-way connection between an AI and literally any external resource. It's designed to bring order to the chaos.
Honestly, the best way to get your head around MCP is to think of a universal travel adapter. You know the one, right? You're going overseas, and instead of packing 10 different plugs for 10 different countries, you just bring that one little cube that works everywhere. MCP is exactly that, but for the entire world of AI.
And the real beauty of this one adapter is just how versatile it is. It's not for just one thing. An AI can use MCP to securely connect to private company data sources, to public APIs like a weather service, to simple software tools, or even to complex enterprise applications. It is one protocol to connect them all.
Okay, so we know what it is and why we desperately need it. But how does this thing actually work under the hood? Let's break down the super simple, secure process it uses to make these connections happen.
It all boils down to a really simple three-step handshake. First, the AI model says, "Hey, I need to connect to that tool over there." Then, step 2, MCP steps in like a security guard. It sets up a secure, authenticated channel, basically a protected tunnel for the information to travel through. And finally, once that secure channel is open, the tool can safely deliver its data or do its job. It's simple, it's secure, and it's repeatable every single time.
And that's the whole point. The process is always the same. What you get is a consistent, predictable, and standardized way for AI to talk to the outside world. Developers know exactly how it's going to work, how the security is handled, and what to expect. No more surprises, no more guesswork. And this consistency? Well, it leads to some absolutely huge benefits. So let's talk about what happens when everyone in the AI ecosystem agrees to use the same playbook for making these critical connections. The benefits here are just game-changing. First, standardization.
When one protocol works everywhere, innovation just explodes because developers aren't wasting time solving the same plumbing problem over and over. Second, security becomes part of the foundation, not just an afterthought. You have clear built-in rules. Then there's efficiency, and this one is massive. All those hours spent on custom code can now go into building smarter AI. And finally, you get incredible scalability. Adding a new tool isn't some huge project anymore. It's as easy as plugging in a new appliance.
So, when you put it all together, what does this actually mean for the future of AI? Well, we're talking about a fundamental piece of the puzzle that could speed up AI development for pretty much everyone.
I absolutely love this quote from the source material. It says MCP is like a common language. And that's perfect. For the first time, AI models and all the different systems out there can speak the same language to communicate. Think about how much that simplifies things. It removes a massive barrier to progress.
So, if you take one thing away from this, it's this. MCP lets us stop reinventing the wheel. All of that time, all of that energy that was being wasted on building these fragile custom connections can now be focused on what actually matters. Building smarter, more helpful, and more capable AI.
And that really leaves us with one final, exciting question to think about. If MCP really does become the universal standard, what becomes possible? What amazing new things can we build when every AI, every tool, and every piece of data can all speak the same language seamlessly and securely? That's the future we're looking at. Thanks for tuning into this explainer.
Thank you for watching till the end. Don't forget to test your knowledge with the quick self-evaluation quiz. The link is right in the description. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to support the channel. And if you haven't yet explored our self-paced AI internship program, visit shogini.com for full details. Wishing you all the best in your AI journey.